So today's question is the dark triad real, and could you explain what it is? Okay, so the dark triad is a term used in psychology to describe a set of three interrelated personality traits. And those are Machiavellianism, Narcissism, and psychopathy. And these traits are generally considered, of course, to be maladaptive because they have detrimental effects on interpersonal relationships and social functioning. So Machiavellianism is a trait that takes its name from the political philosophy of Nicolo Machiavelli. And he wrote a book for kings, for princes, but he endorsed cunning and manipulative strategies in the pursuit of power. So individuals with high levels of Machiavellianism demonstrate very manipulative behavior, quite tactical thinking, and an inclination to exploit others for personal benefit. So they often act in a very self serving manner with very little consideration for moral values or empathy towards others. Now, narcissism, and I mean, narcissism is obviously a very popular TikTok topic, isn't it? And it's a term thrown around with wild abandon, usually incorrectly. But it's a personality trait characterized by a very inflated sense of self importance and an intense need for admiration. And of course, the preoccupation with one's own abilities and accomplishments is usually blown out of all proportion. Now, narcissistic individuals often lack empathy, and they disregard or exploit the feelings of others in their relentless quest for validation and attention. And the origin of this trait can be traced back to the Greek myth of Narcissus, who was a young man who fell in love with his own reflection when he saw himself in the river. Fascinating story. Psychopathy is the third component of the dog triad, and it's marked by a lack of empathy, by callousness and impulsivity. And those with psychopathic traits often display very shallow emotional reactions, and they often engage in very risky and harmful behaviors without concern for any consequence. So their regard for the welfare of others and their willingness to violate social norms usually results in dysfunctional and incredibly destructive patterns of behavior. Now, research on the dark triad always aims to understand the factors that contribute to the development of these traits, as well as their implications for social and interpersonal functioning. By investigating the dark triad, I suppose researchers they contribute to a deeper understanding of maladaptive personality traits and their impact on both individuals and society. But of course, you're never going to be diagnosed with dark triad. It's simply a cluster of behavioral traits, um, a toxic cluster all the same. But so yeah, so that's what the dark triad is.